What's your take on a guy who doesn't respect your wishes? Like he'll remove the condom bila wewe kujua and not pull out. Is that...
That's such a violation.
Actually, that's sexual abuse.
That is
In
horrible.
some ways, please.
That's your body and he decides how he wants. No.
Hi guys, Murugi Muni here.
It's Lydia KM.
And we're back again with another episode of
The Messy In Between. It's definitely TMI. You can't even be bothered to take...
Just like, you're gonna get what you're gonna get.
Even the finger.
No. See, I was like, no. Sorry.
Oh, our babe today is going through it.
She's going through it. Oh God, life is just so a lot right now. It's just so a lot. But it's like at the same time, I feel equal parts tired, but equal parts grateful because I'm always like, what's the alternative? Not enough work.
Yeah.
Not enough support. Not enough. Like I have all those things, but I think I just need to take a breath, and to sleep.
And we are allowed, our blessings are allowed to be tiring.
Yeah,
it's supposed, it's like, thank you God for this, but I have to be up at 6, so I have to,
Thank you God for this tiring blessing.
Thank you so much for my children, but bloody hell. Bloody hell.
They're running me up the wall.
Exactly. Yeah, even though it's amazing, it can be a lot.
It can be a lot.
Yeah.
And yet, the funny thing is, like, when I'm at home with my kids, sometimes is the place I feel most stressed, but it's also the place that I feel most happy and alive.
That's
it's just
exhausting.
Like, honestly, motherhood is a trip.
Oh my God.
It's a trip.
You've been telling me this forever.
Yeah.
I can't even believe I still want kids.
Imagine.
I am strong, guys.
I said it's where I feel happiest. So, it's just like you don't know what kind of evening you're going to get. Are you going to get one where they are fighting and throwing tantrums? Or are you going to get one where they're just so happy and telling you, I love you, mama, you're so pretty? You don't know what you're going to get.
The anxiety alone.
Yeah.
Just the not knowing.
As
you open the door, you're like, depressed.
A or
get
B.
home
fast.
B.
There you are. Actually, that's half the battle. Girl. Hey, anyway, tuendelee kusukuma.
Thank you so much for being here, guys. This is another episode of the Messy In Between podcast, aka TMI podcast KE. We always say the KE, but when we say the Messy In Between, it's just the Messy In Between.
Yeah, exactly.
But if it's TMI podcast, it has to be the KE.
Is there another TMI podcast though?
No. Remember we checked, we did this research.
Yeah, no, I think there is a TMI
podcast. But it didn't mean what I was meant, I think. Yeah, and also it wasn't like so big.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, yeah, we did this research, guys, when we were discovering the name.
We did.
But yeah, Karibuni here, we talk about anything, everything, as long as we're doing it honestly. And a lot of the times, our in-betweeners, that's what we call the people who follow this podcast, those who support us, they usually are collaborators. And actually, today's episode is also a collaborative effort. So if you'd like to be part of that collaboration, please make sure you're following us on our social media pages, TMI Podcast KE, Lydia KM, Murugi Muni, Pale kwa Instagram, and pretty much everywhere. Those are our names
our
everywhere.
Handles, yeah. And we try to be consistent on all our platforms. You guys always tell us we are C for consistent. Literally, we are the definition. We should change this to consistent podcast.
Yeah,
because
and it would work.
It would actually work.
Easy.
Thank you very much.
Yeah.
So in this episode, guys, now given we have just finished a friendship series,
yeah,
we got lots of questions from you guys, dilemmas of things that you're battling with. Some to do with friendships, some to do with relationships, some to do with careers and sex and money and just like a whole ton of different things. And you guys really love when we do dilemma episodes where we are answering some of the questions that you guys have about life and you want us to help you out with them. So yeah, that's what we're going to be doing today, is responding to some of your dilemmas. We find, or I find, well, I think I speak for both of us when I say this, that even though, let's say we can only cover 8 to 10 dilemmas in an episode, more often than not, more people are facing that same challenge that one person writes in about, whether it's your toxic man, whether it's you're struggling with family boundaries, that friend or whatever. People are always writing and saying, I really, really learned a lot by the advice that you gave person X or person Y. So that's why we love to do it. Thank you to everyone who sent you their issues. Thank you for trusting us enough to be able to tell us what issues you are battling with. We
Yeah.
really appreciate that. We really
do.
appreciate that.
Yeah, I love these Hey Big Sister episodes.
Exactly.
Yeah, you see how
Hey, large sister.
Hey large sister,
Yeah.
extra large sisters. And if you're watching on YouTube, you can see we are chilled.
We are
You know, it's a
chilling.
convo. It's a us and convo. Go get your cup of tea
Exactly.
or your shot of whiskey, whatever you're into,
Whatever.
and come.
Exactly. Okay, so let's go with the first one. These were all submitted on Instagram, by the way. So this first person says, "Hello, Joe and Lid. My dilemma is this: I had a boyfriend. It always starts with I had a boyfriend, and he left in November last year. That moment was the gutter of all gutters. I prayed to God to bring him back every day. Not that he left to go at the up country or travel. He left the relationship. Like, I've left you. Yeah.
Okay.
So I prayed to God to bring him back every day, and the man came back in February this year. I took him back because I still loved him and I had seen that he had improved his behaviors. So now I usually feel a struggle to love him wholly sometimes, and other times I'm so in love. Should I leave or do I try and spark the love? And for context, he left me for another woman. Bloody hell. Actually, it's not bloody hell.
Bloody hell is the word.
It's actually, wow.
That's chaotic.
I'm struggling with how to give advice about this in a way that doesn't come across as like,
let me try it then.
Okay.
Let me try.
Okay.
Any situation where the dynamic between you and the person who you're with is please choose me, you're always going to be the person who's on the end of not feeling good enough. So first of all, he went, and when he was decided, whatever has happened with the other person, and then he came back, that's going to be a difficult one to reconcile as far as feeling good enough. So if the feeling of good enough, you're trying to see how you can work around it in that relationship, that's going to be a tough one. That's something you have to work on personally, but he's going to be a constant reflection of, oh, wow, I loved you this much. You left me for another woman. When I guess you were tired or whatever, you came back. That's always going to sting.
Exactly.
I don't know how to.
Yeah.
That's
First, I feel like perhaps you may need to explore therapy for self-esteem issues and confidence, because I genuinely can't understand. I'm trying to put myself in the frame of mind of my man has a choice between me and another woman. He chooses the other woman. Then when it's done, he comes back to me. And me, I was spending that time praying for him to come back. I feel like I can completely understand why you're struggling to love him, because do you even love him? He literally chose someone else over you, like literally chose someone else over you. I feel like you should leave the relationship, because your question is, should you try and spark the love? If it's not there, it's not
if
there.
the love is not there, because she said she's
She
struggling
said-
between loving and over loving.
Yeah, no, she said she's struggling between, she feels a struggle to love him wholly sometimes, and other times she's so in love.
Because she doesn't trust him.
Yeah, I feel like,
I feel like even him is a dustbin.
Is
Forget
the
what you're
dustbin.
feeling about it.
Yeah.
I feel like that one is only going to rock it. And guess what? When somebody else comes up, what is he going to do? He's going to go and explore and know that you're going to be there.
Yeah.
I feel like that is so agonizing, to be in a situation where you don't feel like this person is choosing you.
Yeah.
Oh my God, that would destroy your self-esteem.
Literally. You're just wondering, tomorrow will another one come, and then he'll leave, then you'll be there praying for God to bring him back.
So you have reason to this struggle is justified.
Yeah.
But is it necessary?
It's absolutely not necessary. We are voting for leave.
Yeah.
Thank you and good night. You also had some dilemmas here, so I hope you're going to read them.
On the comments below, if you're watching on YouTube, let us know what you think.
For all of them, actually. So let me read another one that has to do with friendship. Remember when we were talking about friendship, we talked a lot about like financial issues between friends and like money and friendship, and people had really shared a lot about how they feel like friendships should be separated from money because it can get a bit dicey. So here is one of those situations where it's a bit dicey.
Oh dear.
Hello ladies, first, you both look beautiful. Thank you. So earlier this month I made a new friend. Yay. She's in her mid-40s, has an optimistic vibe, and just generally my ideal kind of friend. I don't have many friends, in brackets. I, on the other hand, am in my mid-20s, so there's a whole like 20-year gap between there, and still trying to figure myself out. Lately, I find myself turning her down for lunch dates and drinks because I know I can't afford it, and also because I don't want her paying for me. Do you guys have any tips that could help when it comes to such a dynamic friendship?
Yeah. I mean, the 20-year gap is not the end of the world. I have a friend who's 20 years older than me, and that still works. And also, I think in this situation, it's actually helpful that you have such a big age gap, because it's understandable. Someone in their mid-40s is 100% going to understand why a 20-year-old can't go to some of these places. I feel like, so that you set an honest and a solid foundation, having an open and honest conversation with your friend is the right way to go about it. Because technically, it's not like, when you're both in your 40s and like you're not able to afford something, that feels a bit like, why can't I? Yeah. Whereas in your 20s, it's like no one expects you to. I would say have a conversation.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Let's role play it. Hi, Lid. Oh my God. This concert is happening. It's only 27,000 for the ticket. We should definitely go. Let me buy the tickets right now, and then you can send me the cash.
Joe, can I please have an honest conversation with you?
Yeah, sure, bitch. What's up?
We set, by the way, we do this to each other. We set the tone when we want to have something,
so that the other person knows. Stop
so
joking.
you're aware, like this is not like you have to take this seriously. So you set the tone, like, hey, I would like to have a bit of a vulnerable conversation with you.
Okay, what's up? Wait, let me just buy the tickets real quick, and then you can.
Okay, no, please listen to me.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
Yeah. First of all, she would never act like this.
I wouldn't.
But she's just being dramatic. I've been feeling this has been a bit difficult for me to come and speak to you about, but lately I've been feeling like I'm not able to come to some of your plans because I'm not financially where you are, and I don't want that every time we do go out you have to pay. So I would like if we can either find ways where we can hang out where, it's like somewhere where I'm able to afford, or just understand the reason why I keep saying no is because I'm not able to afford it, and I don't want to have to stretch myself just to hang about with you.
Wow. Hey, that's a lot.
But that's what you
say that
say.
As well. Okay, fine.
That's
do it the other way around. I show you what I would say.
Okay, fine.
Yeah.
Oh, girl, my God. I just want to go to the UK tomorrow. What's this? 200,000, yeah? I put you down as well, so we can go. I'm still thinking about 3 weeks, like, so we should all have like about 500,000 spending money. Yeah? Okay, cute.
No, wait. I would put laughing emojis first to just break the, because for me,
I think you should say it face to face.
Okay, fine. Let's say, okay, if it's face to face, then I'll just be like, actually, I don't think I'm able to afford that right now. Could we do something else this weekend?
Oh, okay, cool. We can go to Egypt,
no,
like
okay,
200.
Sorry, wait. I'd be like, okay, can we do something else this weekend? My budget is around 1,500 shillings.
1,500 shillings for the day or the whole weekend?
No, if you're a friend, you wouldn't do that. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
But me, I would try to not make it like maybe as serious a conversation. I would just say it as like, this is the thing which is happening. Of like, you want us to go hang out for lunch, and you say, okay, let's go to Kempinski, and I just be like, oh, I don't think I can afford Kempinski right now. Can we please go to I don't know, for a picnic at Karura Forest?
Let me tell you, if it was a momentary brokenness, that's something that works.
Okay, fine.
But this looks like this is it.
Okay.
Their friendship is always going to be like this for the foreseeable future.
Yeah.
So then, is like, are you going to come and ask me, look, are you still broke now? Like, she has an expectation of you that's not really actually at all anywhere near where you are. A momentary brokenness, Joe, is exactly how you do it. It's like, right now I'm not able to afford that. But this is like the standard of the relationship. I want you to know that I'm not able to do these things, period. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, then it's definitely
so that she expects, like, from now on it's 1,500 budget and under, done.
And under, which I think is fine. And I mean, given that you asked for tips, I would say first start by being honest with her, because if it's like, if she's a friend, she'll understand. Given you've said that you have just made this friend, perhaps she doesn't know. Because, sometimes you can't really not know someone's finances. Somebody could be like driving their dad's car or something, knowing they only have money for fuel and that's it. Then you think that they're rich. Maybe they're not.
Yeah.
So it'd be like, definitely just have the conversation with her about that. And then going forward, maybe you be the one suggesting plans, so that it's not like it's not that we can't hang out, but here, do you want to meet me at this place? Do you want to meet me at this place? Yes.
So many things that can be done on a budget.
Exactly.
And if she is your friend, like the way she's saying, that should not be like a barrier. But you have to expect that sometimes you won't be part of her plans, because there's just a financial difference.
Exactly. Yeah. Actually, make peace with it for sure. Be honest and communicate with her, and then also be proactive about making plans that you can actually afford.
When she's at Boys to Men at VVIP,
you go to Main Arena.
Yeah. Main Arena was 8K. You're at home.
Yeah,
you're on watching on stories.
You're on TikTok,
which is
and
fine.
You know it.
Which is fine. Yeah, it's okay to understand that people have different financial priorities.
Exactly. Definitely. Okay.
All right, let me read one.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, hello ladies. Hope you're all fine. Hope you're fine. We are. Diehard fan here. I love when people are proud of being a diehard fan.
Thank
We
you.
love it.
Thank you.
The previous episode on friendship breakups got a toll on me. Would love some advice on this, please. So I have a dear friend of mine, been friends for 2 years plus. Recently, he found out the guy was cheating and impregnated some other woman. I guess she found out her guy was cheating and impregnated another woman. She came to me for advice, but for me, I don't involve in two people's business. So they are arguing, and the guy says, me, I can also start hitting on her. He starts saying that he can only start hitting on the girl who's writing the dilemma. And now she will fall for me. And now he will fall for me. I think she's getting with the he, she's. Anyway, in regard to how you think she is your friend, then he later goes on to tell the wife, oh my God, I'm so confused how this is written, that she should cut me off. Because I'm a bad influence on her. Ati, I'm an alcoholic and I might influence her to start drinking. Mind you, I have never thought of drinking while with her alone, let alone influence her. I know my lanes, but we always meet with the guys in the club and him and the wife. He never drinks. So the lady comes and tells me all of this to my face. What did we just read?
So confused.
Who's the wife?
So wait, and who's the friend? Who is the friend? Is the guy her friend or is it the girl who's her friend?
But she's getting her he and she's confused because the first one said is that he found out that the guy was cheating. So that's got to be she found out.
Okay, fine. She
found out that the guy was cheating and impregnated some other woman. She came to me for advice. But for me, I don't involve whatever. So they are arguing. The friend and the guy are arguing.
And then the guy says, I can even hit on your friend.
Yes.
And she'll even fall for me.
And she will fall for me.
And also stop being her friend because she is an alcoholic and she'll influence you to be an alcoholic.
Yes, but I don't know where the wife came in. Or she started using her friend. Right. So it seems like it's a friend who has gone to tell, the boyfriend has said, I can even hit on me. You can even hit on me. And now I want you to stop talking to her.
And then now I come and tell you, Zach has told me, by the way, he can even start hitting on you and you'll fall in love with him. And he's also told me that I should stop being friends with you because you're an alcoholic and you're going to influence me to drink.
I think you should let her go.
Yeah, girl. So
let her go.
This episode of TMI, friendships are ending, relationships are ending because what ghetto is this? Yeah. Anyway, for me, it depends. I feel like if I was having a conversation with Zach and you come up, first, I don't see what context in which I would be coming to tell you, oh, by the way, Zach said this about you. Like, I don't even see how that would happen or why that would happen.
I personally feel a lot of the times it's like you're spineless. So you are relaying that message because that's what you also believe.
Yes, yeah. Exactly.
Yeah, because why would it? Would it?
God, and it also started with her husband. The man cheated on her, right? And got someone else pregnant.
Yeah.
That relationship needs to end. Your friendship probably needs to end because it doesn't seem like a good friendship. Just let it go.
Because it just sounds like bullshit. Like all of that sounds like nonsense.
There's just some drama that I listen to people going through that I'm just like, I would never find myself in that kind of situation because what nonsense are you coming to tell me?
Yeah.
Why?
The other day someone called me for some nonsense.
Nonsense?
Nonsense.
Nonsense.
And I just, after the call, it's just like, this is where you think I am.
Yeah, you think that you
like. Oh, okay, no problem.
Wow, yeah, me, I'm not above. Like you're telling me something. I've walked out the room or I've hung up on you because like there's some things which I'm just like, really, we are grown people looking for money, trying to feed our kids and deal with our man being away, and you think I'm going to be here talking about your man has said he's going to sleep with me? Who?
And he's an alcoholic, whatever.
I mean,
no, it's not. Do you know what I heard? Kerry Clarkson saying you don't have to accept every invitation for an argument. Sometimes you can just be like, I reject that invitation. Just like how you reject invitations for an event. I reject that. You don't have to participate in this. You brought drama, it's fine, but I don't have to participate. I'm out.
Also, I feel like a friend of mine wouldn't put me in a position where I'm feeling like I need to defend my character and my integrity
and
to you. So it's like I'm coming to tell you, oh, my man said that you're an alcoholic and you'll influence me. Then I'm waiting for you to start defending yourself. Like, no, actually, I'm not an alcoholic. Please don't dump me. I still want to be your friend. I promise I won't influence you. Why are you putting me in a position where I have to defend my character to you? You should know me.
You're my friend.
You're my friend.
Who are we even discussing?
No, come
Why are we
on.
discussing Jake?
Mm-mm.
Because technically, me
Yeah.
and you have nothing to
To
do with that
them.
relationship.
Oh God.
It's so weird. What's it?
No,
Kate was
y'all.
doing a set of stories about permission seeking from your partners. That thing is real. Like, it's real. Like, even women like suffer things like in hospitals because the husband hasn't approved. I mean, it's a real thing. That kind of thing that someone holds in a relationship, as opposed to like a genuine partnership where it's just kind of, what do you think? Or I'm letting you know. It's like a, what you say, done.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was so triggering. So this happens. Forget with friendship in so many other things.
Horrible.
I think she's put it on her highlights, but it's so triggering.
Yes,
God.
you as the wife, you'll go and tell your man, I don't like it when you go out with your friends and you
He's
come
like,
back at
"So?"
6 a.m. The next day. He's like, oh, all right. That same night, he's going out with his friends and coming out at 6 a.m. But you remain in bondage.
Oh, God.
Remain in bondage, my sister. Okay, so this one is a question about sex and contraceptives. So someone asks, kindly advise me. I fear the side effects of hormonal contraceptives, but I'm very diligent with my safe days and insist on condoms. And if not, he has to pull out. But what's your take on a guy? Hold on to the chair because you're about to fall off. But what's your take on a guy who doesn't respect your wishes? Like, he'll remove the condom bila wewe kujua and not pull out. Is that...
That's such a violation.
Actually, that's sexual abuse.
That is
horrible. In some ways, please.
That's your body, and he decides how he wants. No. You should not be having sex with someone who cannot respect what you want.
The man that you're having sex with.
Yeah.
It just should not be.
It should not. It should not. Oh my goodness.
A man who loves you, who treasures you, who respects you will do what you want.
Yeah.
And if at any point, even if you are about to reach the climax, if I say stop, I expect you to stop.
There's no conversation.
There's no conversation. No. If I've said stop, you need to stop.
Period.
And if he's not doing that, that's not somebody who values you. That's not someone who respects you. And it's also the same one, which if he doesn't pull out and he's removed the condom and you get pregnant, will literally ghost you.
Yeah.
Literally ghost you. Please. Just stop having sex with that man.
This is not the person.
Scam. Honestly, scam.
Out.
Done. Okay. I have another one. Okay, I have another one. You'll do one?
Yeah.
Okay, come.
Hello, Lid Emurugi. In your best style, whatever. Can you please help me out? I'm with this man. Doesn't it always start with one? We met in 2014, shared contacts. He catiered me, but I wasn't feeling him, so I said no. That was it. We never talked again until earlier this year when he commented on my WhatsApp, and that's how we started talking. We went on a date a month after, and we've been talking. He opened up to me that he has been married twice. The second marriage ended during COVID time when his business went down. He got into depression and had a stroke, which had him on a wheelchair for a whole year. His wife left. He just started recovering, and thank God he can now walk, but with the help of a walking stick. Apparently this affected his self-esteem, and he has trust issues now with women. He's a good guy. I'm comfortable around him. And the time, good guy, I'm comfortable around him. Sorry, it's like, a screenshot half and half. Sorry. He's a good guy. I'm comfortable around him, and time spent with him is the best. He says he isn't ready to commit until he is sure. I don't want to waste my time. How do I go about breaking his heart again? He's not... Without breaking his heart again. Yeah, he's not worried about breaking your heart. He's not ready. He's not ready, so you don't have to be ready to wait for him to be ready.
And this is the thing. Women, sometimes we enter a relationship and it's like you already see something broken and fragile and like, oh, I just want to take care of him. I just want to make sure that he knows he can trust me and just to love him. I don't want to leave him how his other two women left him. That man is not sitting anywhere thinking that about you. So it's like you're entering. I can promise you. So you're entering as like you're the one. It's almost like he's doing you a favor by accepting to have you be in his life.
And there's someone who's been married twice and has got all of these issues, all of this baggage that he's coming with. Why on earth is he the prize in this situation?
No. And then and you see, this is the thing. Sometimes women now, you'll just be like, oh, but I don't want to let him down, but I don't want him to feel whatever.
And he has no one else.
Exactly. No, who do you have? Yeah, I feel like from a practical point of view, if he has said he's not ready to commit, that's it. That's your answer already.
That's it.
Yeah,
You know,
he's
if he
already
was
told
like he
you,
wants to be with you, but you now don't want to be with him. So I
Yeah.
can see how that's sad. Like he already is coming to you and he wants to be with you. He wants to commit, but
Yeah.
now you've just suddenly think it's too much. That's a difficult one because generally everything is all good, but he's not sure about you.
Yeah.
And you're even in the DMs asking us how to tell him that.
Yeah.
If he's not sure about you, you don't care to wait.
Yeah,
No,
for sure.
No.
I would definitely say that if he said that he's not ready to commit, you should not necessarily wait, but be like, okay, fine, I hear you, I understand. Clearly he has some past trauma, and be like, okay, if you reach a point where he is ready to commit, great. In the meantime, don't pause everything else and don't pause your life for him. If another opportunity comes up, definitely take it, because if another opportunity comes up for him with someone who he trusts and is ready to commit to, trust, you will be dropped.
I wouldn't even stay in the gray area with him. It would be straight. You're just somebody who I know.
Yeah.
If it's like a random hello, how are you doing? But don't stick that thing in between.
Yeah.
Also, there is a tendency that I see when someone has a mental health issue, when somebody has a physical impairment, there is this way of which you think you're doing it to be kind, where you're kind of almost treating them like, oh no, you need to respect that person as a person. They're a human being who's experiencing something in life.
Yes.
So the way you treat them is like they are a normal human being.
Yeah.
So actually you think you're doing them a service, but it's actually discriminating to try and like care to them in like because of how you are perceiving their situation.
But sometimes they want that, because then they can manipulate, and you're always, even when you get in that relationship, you're kind of like on eggshells, because you're like, oh, I don't want him to think that he can't trust me, then he'll leave or whatever, or because of his past trauma I really need to act a certain way so that he doesn't. Actually, it benefits the man a lot more. Exactly.
Don't do it. And guess what? We all have traumas.
We do.
We all have traumas.
Girl.
Our behaviors, we are still responsible for our behaviors.
Yep.
Dustbin for this one.
Please do. Just so far it has been 4 in the dustbin.
4 in the dustbin.
We are so sorry. Okay, someone else is saying, I hope you're doing well. I have a dilemma and would like to hear your advice and opinion. So my boyfriend and I have been dating for around 5 months now. And I really enjoy sex. Really enjoy was in capital.
Nice.
That's how much he's enjoying it. I usually don't scream or squirt. I would get really wet and even hit my climax, but won't come. He feels like we are not sexually compatible because he's tried everything and nothing works. It's not his fault, and sometimes I even feel the need to come because I feel guilty that he really tries to please me. I watched all your episodes in relation to sex. You and Lydia say it's normal, but I genuinely need help. I don't know how to really assure him that it's normal, and I really love us having sex even though I won't come.
So for me personally, what I would say, there's an element of sex that has nothing to do with your partner and is about you and your body. One of the things I wasn't aware is that I've been holding myself back from squirting. And there's many times, many instances where I've been thinking like, oh, I feel like I'm about to pee. And I didn't know that I was about to squirt until recently. I squirted so much, and apparently it feels like peeing. So then in that situation, I can't say that it's any of my previous partners who weren't pleasing me to that level. It was also something with me. Sex requires a lot of relaxation, a lot of you being present, and it could be something that you personally need to kind of dance around with and then figure it out together, because if he is this proactive on trying to please you, it might just be something you need to work your way through. Educated is what would advise,
definitely
right?
Educated. But I feel like him saying I don't think we are sexually compatible, that's
a lot of pressure,
and it's definitely not helpful, because like now, if you're during sex all you're focused on is trying to show him how pleased you are with him, then now it's kind of like definitely now you won't come, because now you're just thinking in your head, is he being able to see that I'm really enjoying the sex? And then now it gets performative. You really want to moan loud so that he can see you enjoying yourself. You want to start faking that you're orgasming, as you said. And then now for sure you're not going to get there. So I feel like if you've explained to him that, because sex can be enjoyable without you having to orgasm every single time. Like it can be enjoyable, but I would definitely say explore other things that perhaps could lead to you being able to orgasm.
Stimulation.
Clitoral stimulation, a rose toy that you guys could use. You will come in.
There's no chance.
Let me
we
tell you,
want to guarantee you.
I'll give you your money back.
Money back guarantee.
Hey.
money back guarantee.
First of all, that thing is like literally less than 2 minutes.
Less than. I don't even think it's a minute. It's embarrassing. You will be ashamed of yourself.
Do you know I had to Google? I was
Like,
like,
am
is
I
it just
okay?
me? Because, and then it was like, no, be warned that you'll come very fast with this thing. Because I'm like, why have I just put it on my clit? And it's like 2 seconds later, I'm shaking.
You're embarrassed. It's embarrassing.
It's actually sometimes
We're
it's
gonna
annoying.
put the picture here again because we've been talking about it. Do you know what? A rose company, reach out to us
because
if you'd like
we
a
want
partnership.
to work,
because we want to work.
And then there are two kinds. There's the kind which has like the licking thing.
No,
and then I've never. No, it's the sucking one. Guys, I need to go home right now. I need to go check on something.
Wrap up.
No, but seriously, that thing actually changed I also didn't know that I have the capacity to climax from masturbation several times in a row.
Yeah.
That's like a new discovery with the rose.
Yeah. Me, I was doing it without the rose, but this is a different league.
It's just a different level. Yeah.
And in between, messaged me. They were like, someone who I kind of know-ish or I used to know. We have each other's contacts. And he was like, hey girl, I keep hearing you talking about clitoris stimulation. Have you seen this toy? And it was literally like 2 weeks after I.
Anyway,
Game
our point
changer.
is whether or not you guys decide to incorporate this toy, there is still other aspects of sex that you guys could explore. It's not like now it's been 5 months, you've had sex, you haven't come. That means you're sexually incompatible. Definitely, it's not that. I feel like there are definitely different things that you can try. I guess have a conversation with him when you're not in the sexual experience. I would also say that, like, you know, babe, I know you said that you think we are not sexually compatible, but I think that we are, and I really enjoy actually being with you.
Yeah.
And just because I don't come doesn't mean that I'm not enjoying having sex with you, Lydia.
Shiv Simani told us that if you do want to have a conversation with a man who maybe doesn't open up or so it doesn't seem like so talky, do a physical activity that you know he likes so that he can be in his element, so that he's able to be more vulnerable.
Yeah.
So you can try that. And also, if this persists, this whole we are not sexually compatible, you are allowed to put the ball in his court and be like, what would you like to do about that?
Yeah.
Because sometimes someone throws a shit ball out into the air, then we're just sat in it. Like, it's like, what would you like to do? Let's be solution-driven individuals.
Exactly. Could it be that he's using this as an excuse to maybe, I don't know.
Oh dear,
or
where have we gone?
Or sometimes, you know, it's like what we were having a conversation about earlier about this whole of like umefika, or did you enjoy that, or did you whatever. It's almost like he really wants to be affirmed and validated that you're a good person at sex. So it's like if you don't come, it's like, okay, so you know, he wants to be someone who's just like, oh my god, that was the best sex ever.
Yeah, I need you to ground yourself in your own confidence. I need that.
I don't want to be the rock. I don't want to be the anchor.
Be your anchor.
I will not
confidence.
be the anchor of sex. Please, no, thank you. I give you another one.
Yeah.
Okay, so this one's about children. I thought it would be interesting to talk about. She says, I thoroughly enjoy hearing you guys voice your opinions on various life dilemmas. I would love to hear your opinion on something that, because I recently had a very heated argument with someone about it. Do you think the decision about how many kids you should have should be made by the man or the woman in the relationship?
I can instantly say that it's both of your decision. But you said you disagree.
No, I think it definitely should be both of your decisions, but like physically and biologically, the decision is ultimately made by the woman. That's just what it is. Because if you want to have a kid as my husband and I don't want to, we are not gonna. But if I want to and you don't want to, we still can.
Okay, so what would you say? Who should hold? She said who should.
In a healthy, loving relationship, the decision should be made by both the man and the woman together in solidarity. But the ultimate decision maker is the woman.
I don't have kids, so
you're allowed to have opinions.
No, only because, like, I expect that if, let's say, I want to have a child and my husband doesn't, I expect that he's going to help me with that. Right? And imposing that responsibility on someone isn't something I want to do for a child. Like, you are here feeling like you're taking care of your child because it's an obligation. That's not the kind of fatherhood energy I want for my kids.
But what if it's the opposite way? It's like your husband, you have 2 kids already. Your husband wants another kid and you don't want one.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not going to have one.
Exactly. So you see, just biologically, it's the woman who makes the decision. I'm not going to have another child just because you want one. It's my body. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you couldn't have a child. You couldn't go through what it is to give birth again if you don't want to.
You don't even want. No.
But I mean, are those deal breakers in marriages?
Yeah, that's... Yeah, I guess so. I think
If
for
you
some
won't have
people,
another kid, I'm leaving you.
I think for some people, or he's gonna be like, oh, I'm gonna go and have a child with someone else. And then you see, the thing is that such conversations, we're always saying these are the things that you should talk about before you get married, but things change when you get married. Like, for example, if we had always said we want to have 4 kids, then we get into marriage, and then maybe I'm not earning as much as I thought I would, or life has become tougher or something like that, and then now we have 2, and I'm like, I don't think, like, now let's say I'm the man, I don't think I can afford for us to have other kids, and I just don't feel like I want that stress, because now once the kids come is when you know what the work is of taking care of the kids. But then now you could say, oh, but we had already agreed we were having 4. So me, I want the 4.
Despite the fact that the finances are stressful.
Yeah, because maybe to you, you're just like, Mungu akikupatia mtoto atakuja na sahani yake.
Such an annoying viewpoint, honestly. So stressful.
Although I do feel like there's some truth in it, because Zach and I were just talking the other day about how every time we've had a child, like somehow we just experience some like overwhelming amount of like blessings, which could be financial or like in work opportunities or things like that, which we can literally directly tie to like when we had the kids. Yeah. So I feel like God does, but of course then mean that now you be reckless. Now you're having also 10 kids.
It's that just you.
Oh.
Maybe some other people,
I guess
but there's plenty of things where I've seen actually things have plummeted into nothingness with each child.
Oh.
Yep. Oh, another one adds another layer of poverty, another layer of being destitute, another layer of stress, another layer of trauma.
Okay, fine.
Yeah, so I wouldn't say it always goes that way, but I mean, especially if you've had children, it's like, what is it like? I honestly, if it's a situation where I want more and my husband doesn't want more, I would be willing, because me refusing doesn't add on to me. It does take away, but it doesn't add on to me. But him having when he doesn't want adds a responsibility. I would try and give myself some space to try my very best to see his perspective. Like that's the best you can do.
Yeah, but it's a really difficult
that's a
thing,
tough
because
one.
you see, it's like, if imagine you not having him saying he doesn't want the kids and you want another kid. It's just like literally
hard.
That's your life now. You will never have another baby. You will never hold another child.
Already, I'm not even letting you have sex with me.
You know?
Why am I angry as the wife who wants a third child? I'm pissed.
For what? What is this useless semen doing
but
here?
You still want to come here and do and you're not trying to give me kids.
To pump 4 times. What's wrong?
Remove your pumps. I can see how it will be frustrating.
Yeah. That's a difficult one, man.
Yeah.
But I would definitely say it's the woman who decides. Okay, here's another one. Hi, guys. Hope you're well. I'm in a dilemma here. So I threw a birthday party for my boyfriend, but later found out while going through his phone. Why do we stay breaking our own hearts by going through phones? Anyway, hata mi usoma kama Biblia. Later found out while going through his phone that he had been with another chick and they got pregnant and later aborted it. So much happening in that sentence. Then talking to another chick, telling him that the boys threw him the birthday party. And mind you, all this happened while we were together. Now I'm pregnant. As if it could get worse. Now I'm pregnant, but his take is that he's going to support me with whichever decision I make. But it's not like he wants it. He said that.
Faceted.
I'm going to support you with whichever decision you make, but it's not like I want it.
That is code.
This is the question.
I don't want this.
Is this a red flag already? What should I do?
Han, which one is a red flag? Which one are you referring to? Is it the fact that he's cheating? He cheated. He's been cheating.
He got someone else pregnant. They aborted it. He is denying you on public platforms.
No.
You know what my prayer is for all in-betweeners? This is my prayer for all in-betweeners. Discernment, and that we will reach a place where when we ask you guys to send dilemmas, these are not the dilemmas.
The dilemmas are just like, so I have 50 million.
Yeah.
And
I'm wondering,
to give my friend, where should I invest it?
Those are the dilemmas I want us to have. I want us to have, like, let's elevate the problems we're having.
Yeah. Even if they're relationship problems, they're like that one about kids. That's a genuine dilemma, as opposed to I am in a situation which clearly is awful and horrible. You know, guys, what do we talk about? Like, not being in situations that do not serve us. We just, no. No.
I'm actually confused by this one.
This is horrible. You should definitely not be with this person. I would not advise you to have a child with this person.
Yeah, me
and
too.
if you do, accept the hardship. Accept the fact that this is actually not even your boyfriend from the looks of things, that he's going to be out there. He's most likely going to leave you during pregnancy. Yes, he might come and pop in and take care of the baby or throw you some money here and there, but none of this is giving somebody who wants to be with you and create a life with you.
Exactly.
Contraception.
Contraception,
please.
and definitely explore your options, because you don't have to be a victim in this situation.
Nope.
You can count it as like, this is something that happened. You can get yourself out of it, and you can go and find a better man out there, because he's absolute trash. Bloody
Wow,
hell.
another dustbin.
Another dustbin.
I wonder why one of us is single. Ooh.
The bar is in hell currently.
Yeah.
Right now, literally any man. I mean, if this is the standard,
No.
not your standard.
I can't do that. No.
Not your standard.
Absolutely not.
Okay, another sex one. Hi, Murugi. I hope you're well. She had sent it to me directly. I have a dilemma. I have known my husband for the last 8 years, married for 4, and I generally have the highest sex drive compared to him. However, for a year plus now, I have only been getting a no 90% of the time I initiate sex. His excuse is he's tired. I was okay with the difference in sex drive, but now it has really started to get on my nerves. I have talked about my dissatisfaction so many times, and we've had this exact discussion for over a year. When we do have sex, it feels like I have forced him, and true to that, he always prioritizes his pleasure and then sleeps. God. Other men have started looking very attractive to me lately, and there's even a guy who's very much interested sexually. I never thought I could cheat, but I feel like I have no choice if I want to get some. Kindly help, because I have a 2-year-old daughter and I don't want to tear up her world by leaving the dad or cheating, but I have needs as well. My husband is essentially a really great guy in every way, and this is why leaving him or cheating is making me feel like I am selfish.
Cheat. No, I'm joking.
I was gonna say the same thing, girl. So now such to do. Because if you cheat undercover, anyway, we're not telling you that.
I
that's
always
what you
say,
should
if you're
do.
going to cheat with the assumption that you're going to be found out.
That's bad advice.
No, that's great advice.
Cheat with the assumption. Actually, you see, this is the thing. In this situation, you don't want to leave this man because
don't.
There's more to marriage than the sex, right?
Yeah.
Even though sex is a very essential part, there's more to marriage than there's the joint investments, there's the raising your child and whatever. So leaving him would seem, I don't know. I wouldn't say trivial, because you're definitely not selfish for wanting your needs met. It doesn't make you selfish for you to be like, this is not meeting my needs. And also, it's almost like its conjugal rights are actually like legally, I deserve conjugal rights.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's not like you can't just be in there and just like withhold. That's why when you get married, if you don't have sex, your marriage is actually not legal.
Yeah, as soon as you get
exactly.
married.
Yeah. So
I think this is something which, number one, I think it's a bit of a red flag that when you do eventually have sex, it's not like he's participating. So it's like you're not getting it either way. Even this one time, it's like you're not there because he's not prioritizing your need. I don't know if it's something you guys need to maybe lean into your intimacy, right? Before we go on to cheat, let's try to lean into intimacy. What are some of the ways or some things that you used to do when you guys first got together that you can do now to kind of try and re-spark things, right? Because a lot of the times, sex lacking is usually a symptom of something else. Not necessarily anything wrong with your relationship, but there's a disconnect, whether you personally or maybe the disconnect with the other person. See what you can spark in yourselves personally and together, and see if it reignites the fire. Remember we did an episode on...
This guy is cheating, by the way.
Remember we did that episode of Nini? How to reignite the fire.
Yeah, reignite. Go and watch that. But maybe explore options. He could be cheating.
That's a possibility.
He could be suffering from some kind of sexual dysfunction that perhaps he's feeling shy to talk to you about. He could be going through something super stressful, or like, as you're saying, he's tired. And also, if the sex drive has always been like mismatched, then that could be difficult. Sex therapy is something that you guys should definitely consider. If your partner is open to it, you should definitely consider sex therapy. You should also think about unconventional ways of satisfying your sexual needs in marriage. Could you perhaps explore having an open marriage? Right?
See, I'm looking at her.
Yeah, it's you we're looking at. It's you. Is that something that he would be open to? Because
doesn't sound like it, mate. If he won't prioritize your coming, you think he's gonna let another man?
But for me, I always wonder, how can you be married to someone And it's like, I know this is something that you need, that is eating you up, that you are desperate for, but I'm not going to let you get it. I'm not going to let you have it.
But it's the same way where I really don't want to have sex. I really don't want to.
Which
and
is
the thought
fine,
of the
but
activity is just, ugh.
You're just so tired.
I'm tired. Just can't be bothered.
But it's like you telling me, imagine you telling me, I tell you, me, I'm not willing to cook. Like, we are married. Me, I'm not willing to cook for you. So you're like, okay, fine. It's okay. I'll just be ordering KFC every day. No. You're not allowed to order KFC every day. If I don't cook for you,
So KFC
no
is
eating.
the other man.
Yes. So if I don't cook, no eating in this house. Because that's exactly what it's like to me. It's just like you can't have it both ways. You can't. I can't survive without the eating. So
to be honest, there's a place where there's no possible way this continues. Yeah, there's a point that I'm not going to have like all my power about where my pleasure is be on someone who won't give me that pleasure.
Exactly.
For sure.
But definitely don't. I wouldn't.
The fact that you have a child, I would definitely not play around like it's nothing.
Exactly. But I would just say, don't ever, especially women who are wives, women who are married, every time you're thinking about your daughter, it's just like, oh wow, she's such a good mom. You're thinking about your husband, oh wow, she's such a good wife. You're thinking about yourself, she's so selfish. Why is automatically when you're thinking about your own needs, it makes you selfish? I don't see how that's selfish. It's just, you're also a person in the family. You're also a person in the marriage, and you also deserve to have your needs met.
Yeah. So what did we just tell her? Explore
Cheat?
other options.
Oh, yeah. I would say first would be sex therapy. See
Definitely.
if he's willing to
work
do it.
Around
you
that,
might find that there's a much deeper issue that's leading to him,
I agree.
feeling that way. Maybe even men battle things like they have gained weight and they are not feeling confident.
And if
they go through things like that,
someone's libido is already low, the longer you're in a relationship, the lower it gets.
Honestly,
the lower it gets.
Yeah. So definitely, we've said explore therapy, explore other options in where you can get sexual satisfaction. Buy the rose, and then if all else fails, cheat. That was Lydia who said that.
I never said that.
See, I thought who said it first. Oh, you did say it?
No, don't do that. That's not good.
Okay, fine. Yeah, that's definitely not good. Okay, fine. Morning TMI sisters. Mine is a dilemma. So I have a high school friend till date. We keep in touch. She recently parted ways with her baby daddy after many frustrations. So akaoga na kurudi soko as usual. I have been there emotionally, like keeping in touch at least 2 months now. She's not in pain anymore because her kid stays with her mom. Well, she has been on several dates so far, but now she has made it a habit. Every date she tells me, every one night stand she tells me, it's getting draining on my side. For example, she gets treated like shit by a certain dude, and next thing they still have have bedroom issues or something. The thing is, sometimes I give her my opinion, but every day now is becoming boring. Like, she rarely will even ask how I'm doing or what I'm up to. I just feel like, yes, she could be needing someone to chat, but Anna overdue nowadays. I just even see her message pop up and reply because I already know what context will be there. What do I do?
I've had a situation like this actually. I had a friend like a few ages ago, actually, years ago, and the friend was going through this relationship. Well, no, the friend was actively participating in a relationship. I don't know why we keep saying people are going through relationships where really you're in it.
Yeah.
Anyway, she was actively participating in a relationship which wasn't good for her. And this wasn't a one-time thing or a two-time thing. This was a history of like terrible treatment, physical and emotional abuse. I mean, it was years of this, right? At some point she had left, then she had gone back herself consciously. And now I was, as you can imagine, there's many places where I am the therapist in a lot of dynamics. And there's nothing wrong with that. I feel like to whom much is given, much is expected. There's something I bring to the table in that way. But also there's pouring on the other side. So it's always balanced. Now this one is like, I'm on the way to work. Right? This time I used to work at a law firm. So it's like early in the morning. You call me, not even hello, just straight like, oh my God, he did this and then he did that. What should I do? This went on for a while. And then afterwards I was just like, I can't do this anymore. You call me without ever thinking where I am, what I'm doing, and you offload on me and leave. And actually, when things get good, you don't call me anymore.
Oh, yeah.
You don't call me anymore. So then all I get is all the negative energy and nothing else. And you're not asking me how I am. What am I doing? What's going on with my life? This is, and if it was a situation like you've gone through something really difficult, right? You've lost someone. I'm not allowed to be in the picture for a long time. It's all you. Or a breakup.
Exactly.
It's all you. But eventually, and something that you're constantly participating in means that this is the dynamics of our relationship. So I can't do this anymore.
Yeah.
And clearly you don't seem to know how to be a friend to me either, because you don't care about me.
Yeah.
And it's a friendship that had to go. But
Yeah.
you're allowed to be like, hey, Han, I'm feeling like this relationship is just one-sided. All we do is just talk about your things. You don't have enough space for me in this relationship, and it's getting tiring.
Yeah. And I think we've mentioned this in past episodes of TMI, where we said our friendship can't always be putting out fires at your house. It can't. It can be like you've gone through a breakup. Right now it's a fire at your house for the next few months. But then it can't be 24. Why are you laughing?
The idea of like literally this is constant fire
it's just,
at someone's house.
And then it's also so heavy because like when you come and tell me something that you're going through, I feel like I'm carrying it too. I'm like, you're going through this breakup. We are going through a breakup, and I'm so sad and I'm upset. Like, so it's definitely something that weighs on the other person as well, And
we have to be mindful. We have to be mindful of that. I've practiced that, especially with something heavy. Like, can I speak to you about something heavy? Like I want to give someone the freedom to consent whether or not they want to take it, but constant emotionally dumping on someone, no.
I don't think so. And I think there has to be definitely some sort of balance. Like, if I know me, I'm coming to give you problems, first at least let me listen to what you have to say. Like, okay,
what's going on with
how
me?
are you? Oh, I saw in your stories you were eating, you had your Weetabix, was nice, eh? Oh wow, so crazy.
So
hey, let me tell you, but at least acha nikujulie hali, you know what I'm saying? Let me know how you're doing. Anyway, one-sided friendships, we're saying no to them this year. And I think
have a conversation.
Definitely have a conversation and just see how you're feeling, and be prepared for backlash of her saying, are you serious? I went through something so difficult, and like I'm going through a lot. You have your man and your kids and whatever, so you can't just be there for me.
And the person who's going through something nice, or the person who is financially more well off, is not everyone's carer either.
Yes.
You can be having the best time of your life, and I don't need to take from you.
Oh yeah.
That's not my right.
Absolutely. Here's another friendship one. My God. Hey, the friendships you guys are going.
The friendship series. We're so glad we did it, by the way. Thank you so much for the love.
It's been I think someone could actually have a whole podcast that is dedicated to friendships.
Just friendships. For
honestly,
real.
because like just too much to unpack. Adult friendships. Ghetto. Hello, Queen Betweeners. I would like to ask a question about friendship. I know you said you'll do more friendship episodes, so please consider this one among the rest. It's a friendship dilemma. I have a friend. Every time I meet her, she always asks if my boyfriend and I tumeachana. I mean, like literally. Then recently she told me nikae chonjo ataniibia boyfriend. She met my boyfriend once, but every time she meets me with my boyfriend, she's always like she misses him. Is this a joke? God.
What?
And she just wants a hug. Ama she wants to like call him aside. Sijui ndio amwambie kitu. There was a time she wanted to like pimanisha her height to his. I don't know, to see if they were compatible height-wise.
Hannah.
And the weirdest thing is she's like, I can't do nothing. I don't like drama. Plus she's those people with a big character and loud. But I am just chilled. So I don't know how to feel about it. I think you do. And however it is you're feeling, it's not like how to feel about it. You already feel a way about
Stop
it.
talking to her. Stop talking to this person.
She's not your friend.
And your man, assuming your man is not, encouraging this behavior, cut it off.
Definitely.
Dustbin.
Oh my God.
Dustbin.
Yeah, literally. I mean, what? And then also this whole thing of like, I'm not the kind of person who likes drama, or I'm not the kind of person who can bring up things. I feel like that's just masking you're not ready to have a difficult conversation with somebody.
It. Yeah.
Because there's a way adults have conversations without it being dramatic, it's just me saying, listen,
maybe she is erratic. She sounds like she's an erratic person.
Yeah,
but if, I would actually say stop being friends with her. This is a ghosting one.
Yeah. A ghosting one.
I would ghost her.
The advice you're giving today,
only
leave him, cheat.
Only because if you are feeling like you're overwhelmed, because I know, for example, I would not be such an easy person to, because depending on how strong of a personality you are, sometimes people don't feel that confident.
Yeah.
But here it's like, what are we saving?
What are we saving?
No. This is not someone who, it's not like she made one remark. This is continuous behavior, and you can't trust this person in the same vicinity as your man. There's nothing to save. There is no friendship. There's no friendship.
Definitely no
Ghost
friendship.
her, block her.
What if they are mutual friends and like they meet when they're like out?
If she asks me directly, I'll tell her, I was uncomfortable with the remarks that you were making about my boyfriend, so I don't want to talk to you anymore.
I truly believe Lydia can actually say that to someone.
I can. I can't say that.
Okay, so let me share with you a dilemma that happened yesterday. Not yesterday, it didn't happen, but it's like someone was telling me. I met an in-betweener face to face.
Yeah.
And she's like, she was going to send it as a dilemma, which is why I'm feeling free to share it here, but
Okay.
she didn't. So she is, compared to her friends, she's more well off than her friends. All right. She has had the kind of relationship with her friends where she goes above and beyond for them. She had a friend whose wedding was in and the baby shower was like in our bridal shower was in a different country. She literally flew there for the bridal shower, flew there for the wedding. Okay, but he paid actually for the entire bridal shower. Like basically, she has done a lot for her friends. So recently, her friend gave birth. So she went to visit her friend and she had done some shopping for the friend. So she takes the shopping and then the friend's just like, thanks, yeah. And then she's at her friend's house now. And the friend puts the shopping away and stuff. And then at some point, the friend gives her phone to check, to see something. I don't know whether it was a picture she was taking or just to check something. And while she has the phone, she sees a message pop up, which is apparent that she and another friend, not the person she's going to visit, are having a conversation about her, where she has shared the receipt of the things that she has brought for her, like saying something like, imagine this is the only things that she brought for me, like it's only worth like 2K or something, and the way this babe always is acting like she's so rich, imagine. And then the other friend has responded and said, amwache tu anakuanga hivyo. This is a friend who you flew out of the country for their bridal shower, paid for their bridal shower, went
all
for
of things no one asked you to do. So let's start there.
So this is the thing.
Ding,
exactly.
ding, ding, ding.
So she said, I asked her, what did you do in that context? And she's like, she just felt so confused and shocked. She just left. She just like left in a hurry. And then the babe later on, it's almost like she felt like she saw something because she had been messaging her consistently, just like, hey, what's wrong? Are we okay? Is everything fine? Wait, are you coming back? Why did you leave in a hurry? Kind of thing. But she's not responded to any of them.
Yeah.
So she's wondering if she should confront her and tell her, or if she should just be like, this person is clearly not my friend, and ghost.
I would definitely confront her.
That's what I said. And she's like, what? You tell Lydia? If Lydia was doing that, I'd be like, yeah. I would be like, babe, I've seen this.
Yeah.
What's happening?
Let me tell you this, guys. I am someone who treads very carefully with the people I love. Maybe Joe can attest to it. Yeah. I am always careful about how I'm occurring. I don't want to hurt anyone's feelings. All of that. I consider so many things. But when I see consistent inconsideration on my end, I now feel like I'm being bullied. Like now the previous, the other dilemma where the girl is like consistently coming at your man. Yeah. It's like you're taking advantage of like the big personality you have or whatever to make me feel smaller. Then I am allowed to rebel. In this situation, this is too much of a friend for this to be swept under the rug, right? I personally feel like you definitely have to work on your people pleasing. It is clear.
I said that.
You are a performative kind of people pleaser, which is constantly trying to occur to the other people what an amazing person you are, because paying all of these things that you're putting has put people to expect that. So maybe when you do come with 2Ks, like,
yeah, what is this?
How offensive.
I was like, what were the circumstances around which you are paying for the bridal shower?
Why?
Like, I don't understand. Were there not other people around that could contribute? Like, why was it?
If you lead with money, you get judged for your money. Yeah. So if it's like, that's what you offer, that's what you're about. And maybe she's actually having a panic attack because her rent is due. Yeah, and she doesn't know where to start because you've made yourself the bank account. Exactly. So it's not on you that they spoke about you, obviously. Yeah. You were just being good. You are paying for the bride. Even all of the things that you've done, you are doing out of love for the person that you have. However, it's clear that there's a massive disconnect between what you believe you are to this person and who you actually are. So it's either you have a conversation and actually see if the true dynamics, because she could turn around and be like, oh, that's the only thing you're upset with, and find out that she doesn't even care about you. But having a conversation definitely happens. Yeah. Either way, pull back on the spending.
Oh, definitely. Like, definitely. And I told her that I could relate, because with regards to my family, I know I do that a lot. But then you end up in that situation where you have contributed to that perception that people have of you, of like, you will always show up with the money, you will always pay for everything. So then you can't even be mad at them, because you have been part and parcel of building that idea that people have of you. Yeah, so for sure. Oh, God.
Yeah. And it's exhausting. And you know, like, I feel so bad, like, because maybe I've seen my mom be in that dynamic where it's just like do people see you or do they only see your money?
Yeah.
You know, I've seen that, and it dehumanizes someone and it makes someone feel like they're not human. So if they're going through something themselves, they feel afraid to talk about it. If they're struggling, what do you mean? If you're struggling, then what is happening? The end, the world is over, and you set yourself up in a place which is really isolating. So yeah, definitely work on it and see how you can draw boundaries, but I would confront them.
Do you feel like there is coming back like from that for a friendship?
For me personally, I don't feel like it's a complete dustbin, but I feel like it's we need to pull back. I think it would be a pull back kind of friendship, because there might be other things which I feel like they matter here. But if you don't want to, if you think that this is nothing you can come back from, then get out.
Yeah, because for me, it just kind of feels like for them to, like, even sharing a receipt of what you've brought, like literally.
Do you know
it
what?
Just feels
something which I do.
Yeah,
I have given all of my friends room for gossip or to say something stupid, and we could come back from it.
But chances are then that they probably talk about you more often.
They do.
They probably talk
I feel
about
like
you
a
lot,
conversation is like, if you want to step away from such a strong, like a long-standing friendship, get out of it with clarity. Not thinking, what if, maybe, perhaps. Get out with clarity.
Me, if I was to keep the friendship, that one definitely would go from being a here kind of friendship to being a here kind of
mostly
friendship, like an acquaintance kind of, like we know each other and we meet once in a while. But definitely, stop spending money on people who are not your kids. Here's another one. This one is not a friendship one, it's a guy one. Hello there. I really do love watching TMI podcast on YouTube, and it's been an inspiration to me. Thank you.
And I hope you subscribe.
We appreciate you and we love you. Kindly assist me. I'm in a dilemma. How do you differentiate between a guy who's genuinely broke and someone who's not willing to make an effort? I've been seeing this guy for almost a year, and I do and I do really like him, but he takes me out on rare occasions, like once in 3 months. And I do love going out on dates, even if it's just nature walks. Am I asking too much?
First of all, you guys have been together for a year. You know, if you're just saying it's like the first 5 dates, I'll just be like, oh, it's all him, right? You're expecting him to do more. But this is a relationship. Is it that he won't even come on the nature walks you want to go to? Or are you sitting back in the whole relationship for him to plan everything? Because I feel like that's kind of participating in a situation that you don't like. So if you're not going out for the 3 months, what's going on?
Yeah,
what
probably
happens
hanging out in the home. Hang out at home, like you come to my place or I come to your place, but not actually
I feel like
out.
I'm a more proactive partner in that. If I'm saying let's go for a nature walk, you're like, me, I don't want. So I know this is not about money. But the fact that if you're not arranging any dates yourself, then you actually don't know. You can't separate the two. As far as someone who's trying to make an effort, I would say if you explore other options that don't require money and
but
they
still say no,
then you know.
Exactly. Also might even be useful to like throw in a comment here and there. Like, then have to be like a serious conversation on the onset.
Oh, I love it when you take me out.
Exactly. We haven't got out in a while. I really love when we maybe we should be having like weekly date nights or something.
Yeah, we can do things. You have a list, or you can write like a relationship bucket list of like things you want to explore together and just take them off. If all of this he's an active participant, then you know it's just the money is not there. But if he's not an active participant in any of these things, it might be because he's not making an effort.
Exactly.
A year. Oh my goodness. By a year, you know.
Surely. I think I would even tell him something like, maybe just be like, babe, tomorrow night I'd really love for us to go for dinner. Could you make reservations somewhere and cute or something like that? Like, just prompt him. Prompt you. Because
if it's anything pertaining money, I wouldn't prompt him.
Why?
Because we are not sure if he's...
This is how we find out.
No, I feel like anything pertaining money, it's gonna be a thing about money. But something that doesn't require money, let's go to Karua Forest for a walk.
That requires money. 100 bob.
Is it 100 bob?
Yeah, or 50 bob or something.
Still, or be like, I'll treat you.
Women pay for something 100 bob. I don't want your money. I got this just for you. Keep your money.
Yeah, definitely. And sing about it for a year.
Exactly.
But be a more proactive participant so that you can know. Give someone the opportunity to say yes or no so that you know if it's a yes or a no.
Exactly. When people submit their dilemmas by this, sometimes I wonder, is it that I'm a strange kind of person or are other people the strange ones? Because one thing about me, I don't suffer anything in my relationship without me saying. If it's been
I think we are the odd ones.
I'll just be like, babe, how come you've not been going? You're broke.
I think we are
I
the odd
literally,
ones.
I'm not. Oh, are we?
Yeah, I think so, because more people don't do it. More people are going to be quiet. More people are not going to say what they want. More people are not going to share their expectations or
Yeah.
their needs. So, yeah.
Because I literally, I'm not going to suffer anything. Actually, I'll just talk to you about it.
And me, I thrive in clarity.
Even
All
me.
these people who are just like, oh, mystery is a vibe.
No.
Shut it.
No.
I like clarity. Where are we? What are we doing? What's happening?
Exactly. And if I'm uncomfortable here, I'm going to tell you now we are both uncomfortable. Let's sit in it so we can both figure it out.
And
I'm
remember,
not gonna suffer alone.
if I have to feel bad or you have to feel bad, I choose you.
I choose who? You.
Oh my
I
God, that's
choose.
the best
We
thing
love
I've
it
ever
so
heard.
much.
Thank you, Kit.
We love it. Our favorite TMI quote. Do we have time for one more? I think we have time for one more. So this lady says, hello TMI, I have this dilemma. I'll really appreciate it if you shared your thoughts on it. So I recently met this guy and we've been dating for a while and finally decided to be exclusive, though the relationship is long distance. Hold on to your hearts. Recently, he expressed to me that he'd want us to film ourselves having sex for the number of times he'll be in the country so that the videos can help him while we are apart. I feel some type of way about it, but he really wants us to. Is this normal for long distance? Because I've never been in one.
So when he comes, they film themselves having sex,
so
and
when
he goes with them.
He's able to like watch there and enjoy himself. I'll say this, I don't feel like it's completely abnormal for a man to want that. However, I would do that with my husband. I would not do that with a boyfriend. I would not.
I have done that with a boyfriend, but it has been on my phone.
Oh, okay.
I have kept the footage. So it's like if
so
you
what's
want
the point?
Yeah, so in this long distance situation, I wouldn't know how it would go.
Yeah.
Because the point was so that I can have it because it's me who I feel like I'm overly exposed, right?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, by the way, I filmed myself having sex.
I too.
And an obscene amount of time.
Several
right?
times, so many
but
angles.
It's just like the other person having that when you guys are not set. I don't know about that.
Yeah, it's just difficult. I don't know.
Shut up.
But is there a way that it can be filmed without your face being shown? Because I feel like that's pretty simple. But also, your relationship is not like as in deep sana.
Me, I feel like
I feel like I've been dating for a while. Me, I don't know what a while
me
is.
I would say let's start with FaceTime.
Yeah, FaceTime.
I think
there a way someone can do recording on FaceTime though.
They can. Someone's actually done that. Aki, let me tell you this.
You've really
the Lord protects me. The Lord protects me because let me tell you.
But that's too much protection. By the way, even if one ever leaks, Lydia, what's the worst that happens? Now we have 1 million subscribers on TMI. Sometimes you have to
be honest.
willing. Yeah,
actually, anything I've probably partaken in, it wouldn't. Me, I feel like it would be like more like
exactly. And she's so hot. What her ass looks like that? Like, I've seen you naked. It's banging.
So it would just be more
so
like
bad.
I didn't want this to be out there.
Yeah, it was my private life.
It was my private life.
Yeah.
Yeah, but oh my God, yeah, we be out here trusting. We be out here trusting.
The nudes I've sent with my face in them.
Like this. It's me. It's me. Karibu, you add your Instagram art.
Oh my God.
So people can be sure
that
it was you.
Lydia KM.
Yeah. I don't know why I feel uneasy like immediately.
Yeah, I also immediately feel uneasy.
But are we feeling uneasy because or is it because it's him who's suggesting?
Me, I just feel like, first of all, it's he really wants it.
Me, I feel like my instinct is saying no.
Secondly, I get you wanting to see people having sex, but why does it have to be us? Literally, there are 1 million videos on the internet of people having sex. Actually, I wouldn't do it.
I don't think I would.
No,
me,
that's
especially
no
the
from
insistent.
Us. Yeah,
I think all of the time when I've recorded myself having sex, it's been my suggestion. And because let me tell you, it's the woman who suffers in these situations.
Oh yeah,
always. So it's you to protect yourself. How? I don't know. Mostly prayer, but this situation, no.
Yeah, and I think trust your instinct. If you're feeling uneasy about it, just
tell
him
definitely.
And he should respect that.
Yeah, actually, if you're not, because even all of these stupid things as we've done, we were in it. We were like, yeah, this is great. I'm enjoying this. Not feeling uneasy about it.
Oh yeah, definitely.
I don't think I'll do it.
I definitely don't think.
And in situations when it comes to sex, especially in a relationship, any kind of pressure to me is usually a red flag.
I know.
Why?
Yeah, but if my man asks me now to be record, I'm doing it.
Yeah, why wouldn't you?
I don't know. Yeah, I would definitely do it. Yeah, anyway, thank you guys for the dilemmas that you have submitted. We hope that for the people who have sent their questions in, that we have helped you in one way or another. We're always saying this whenever we do dilemma episodes. You guys send us a lot of questions. Some of them we respond to them in the DMs. Some of them we will respond on Insta stories, and some of them we'll respond to them here. One thing that I feel I wish we had a better system of doing is to let you know, like now once we've answered your question, to like send you a message and tell you, by the way, we answered your question. Can you please watch the episode? But our assumption is that if you're an in-betweener, you're watching the episodes.
Yeah.
Right?
It's true.
I feel like you should be watching the episodes. If you're an in-betweener, you should be following our Instagram.
Yeah.
You should DM us because we genuinely try our best to open every DM and respond to as many as possible. Sometimes if you see like you've sent a really long DM, because some of them are for scrolling.
Yeah.
Some of them is like, so it all started in 2004.
Yeah. But the essence of it is actually in the last paragraph.
Literally,
but still, I get it. You want us to have context.
Exactly. So, but we really do our best to respond to as many of you as possible. But and keep sending them in, because if we are not about to do a dilemma episode, we'll respond to you in the DMs, or we'll talk about it on our Insta stories.
Yeah.
But thank you again for trusting us with your problems.
Yeah, thank you so much, guys. We've done our best. Most of it sounds like it's dustbin.
Leave,
but also
cheat.
as we get older, me and Joe is like, and as we experience life, like you just have more clarity on what's acceptable, what's worth fighting for, what's worth investing your time in. So a lot of our cutthroat way of thinking is just precisely from the perspective of, trust me, we've known this, we've seen this, and we know this goes nowhere. So that's where we're coming from. Not because we don't empathize with the difficulty of the situation, or we don't understand why you're confused. We do, because even us in the ghettohood era, we've been there. But once you do get to a clear place, a lot of things are almost black and white. Like, really, I'm not tolerating this, I am. But yeah, we hope we've helped you. And if you are somebody who was part of the dilemma, please let us know how it went, or give us updates. We love updates. We would love to have updates, so that anytime we have a dilemma episode, we say, by the way, this is what happened. But yeah, anyway, follow us on all our socials, because being an in-betweener is a full experience. It's on YouTube. It is on all these other platforms. It's 360. So make sure you're following us. And also Murugi Muni, Lydia KM. Until next time,
see ya.
Bye.